James Mathers at NAB 2022 for the Digital Cinema Society. I'm here at the LiteGear booth, and Paul Royalty is going to tell us about some of their new gear.
Jim, it's great to see you, first of all. So happy to be back in person and being able to talk to you here on camera. So today, this is the domestic debut of our new product, Auroras. Auroras is an engineered textile which uses the Lightmap Spectrum technology. So the Lightmap Spectrum is a product that's been on the market about three and a half years now and is widely loved around the world. And so we've taken that same light engine, which is this engine here, and it now scales from, say, something like a Lightmap 1 into the Auroras unit, which is a 10 by 10, again, engineered textile. And then what you've seen overhead is that same Auroras unit in a 20 by 20 softbox. So the idea is to take the color technology and make it as modular as we can. So from a Lightmap 1 all the way to the biggest softbox you could possibly imagine. So this is Auroras. So this is our 10 by 10 or 3 meter by 3 meter engineered textile. It's 24 large format Spectrum pixels, and it's actually being shown here in the Lightbox accessory that we sell with Auroras as well. So this accessory is a 10-inch ladder truss. It's readily available from a company called Global, and then us and the Rag Place have actually done an engineered set of textiles for the Auroras accessory as well, which actually takes the side skirts and they're sewn right onto the diffusion, so it wraps the box quite nicely and creates that beautiful reflective edge so you don't have any light leak coming through.
And these are all DMX controllable, I would imagine?
Yeah, so the new LiteDimmer 600 that comes with Auroras is the most technologically advanced controller we've ever produced. So the Auroras unit will ship with DMX and RDM enabled, and then the next firmware update, we've built a network switch in, so we'll be able to actually pass through Ethernet and be running streaming ACN as well as ArtNet.
I always love a large source, but these could also have some use for mixed reality?
Yeah, it does. I mean, one of the big challenges with virtual production or mixed reality is, putting a display ceiling in. It's a very cost ineffective thing to do. It's not necessarily designed. The displays aren't designed to be hung in that manner, and you really don't need the resolution of a display overhead at all times. And so we think that Auroras, with its large format pixels, kind of what we call mid-res or middle resolution, you'll be able to still get great simulated lighting effects. It'll run media content over the Auroras unit, but it still has that cinema quality white light that cinematographers are really looking for, especially in a mixed reality environment.
Tell us about some of your other products. I mean, they're not brand new, but they're very popular, like this one here that we see.
Yeah, so Lightmap Spectrum 4, this is the 4 unit, is the most popular product that we produce. So, and in fact, what we brought to the show. So we have our Spectrum 4, the 2L, and then our Lightmap 8, which is not Spectrum yet, although that's coming. In the hybrid version is really, really popular. And so, we're continuing to offer firmware upgrades for that system as well. And we really see that Auroras is going to allow Spectrum in more applications, and we think that as Auroras gets adapted into more stages and more overhead boxes, people understand the technology is quite seamless then when you're bringing Lightmap in as well. So this is the Lightmap 2L, or 2 long, so it's 2 pixels in their long format. It's a very common form factor in our business. All of us who grew up using KinoFlows, this is something that kind of feels traditional. And then just to the left behind it is the larger Lightmap 8. And so this is the Lightmap 8. So this is running our Plus hybrid engine, so not full color yet, but still one of the largest apertures for something as thin as it is in our industry. And so what we find is this is a product that people often will use on a menace arm or as a large backlight source because of its low weight. You can really put it out on a long arm where you can't do that with a fixture typically of this aperture.
Thank you very much.
Jim, it's always great to see you. Thanks for the interview. Thanks for the time.